Hello students, welcome into the new session of Content Management System using WordPress. In our last lecture, we are discussing about the anatomy of default theme which is provided by the WordPress at the time of installation. Many files we have discussed like header.php, index.php, search.php, footer.php, comment.php, etc. 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 Now we are continuing our discussion for the other some important files, that is 404.php. This 404.php is actually a file which handles the exception occurred by the WordPress theme during the execution period. That means this particular file is related with any of the error which is thrown by the WordPress over the browser. Say for example, suppose over the theme in a search window, suppose I am writing a name of theme which is not present anywhere into the content management system using WordPress, and suppose I am searching for the same, then it returns some error message onto the screen. Or this error message might be a conditional error message, or it might be unconditional error message that will be handled by 404.php. Now in this file, after the starting of PHP, we are getting the header over here by writing a line of code that is called as get underscore header. Then there is a few static lines are given which calls for particular CSS class from CSS folder given inside the particular theme. Now after that, there is an h1 tag written by calling a specific class as a page title, and it throws the message the page cannot be found into the 2016. That means suppose over here I am writing a page like mvm.php, then it gives our error message which is written into the 404.php, that is the page cannot be found. This is because of the file that is called as 404.php. The same error message which you can see will be displayed over here. Now suppose this is a one part of exception which can be handled during the execution of 404.php over here. Another part of exception is given over here. In this exception, it works with the search part of entire theme. Whenever you try to find out the location of a specific file using the search window, and if it is not available, then it simply returns that it looks like nothing was found at this location, maybe try another search, and then there is a name of theme is given over here. That means suppose over here I am searching for this type of file during using this search window, then this type of error message can be executed. This is used to display a search box in 404.php. That means here you can see the search window, a bigger search window over here. This is possible due to the functionality called get underscore search underscore home. Now in 404.php, even it displays all the portion of a particular theme. That means it displays the header, it displays the body, it displays the footer, it displays the sidebar. So this would be called by this particular function called get underscore sidebar. Will display this sidebar for 404.php. Using get underscore footer, it will display footer of the particular theme. Using get underscore header, it will display header of our site. Now before going ahead for the another file, I would like to assign one practical to all of you. Just note it down what you have to do. Just open our website, that is mvmcollegerajkot.com, which is designed into the core PHP. Now there are many menus are given like home, MVM at glance, course, MVM Parivar, gallery, student corner, feedback and contact us. Now what you have to do as a part of practical, you have to design a same menu and you have to display onto the screen. You can see over here some menus I have given like home, MVM at glance, courses and MVM Parivar. Up to this you have to go for all the menus, and even you have to go for all the sub menus. That means under MVM at glance you have to give sub menus like vision, mission and goal, management, laudable features, infrastructure, director's message, coordinator message. In course no sub menus are there. In MVM Parivar there is a BCA staff, BCom BBA staff, office staff, physical education staff, library and pune staff. In gallery nothing is there. In student corner sub menus are e-brochure, virtual campus visit, syllabus, old exam paper, material download, student's voice, ranker student, MVM cloud, that is alumni, feedback and contact us. All these menu you have to put over here and you have to give the sub menu. As you can see that into the MVM at glance I have given a single sub menu, vision, mission and goal, which is similar to this one. So this is the part of practical that you have to perform in your computer, in which for the activated theme you have to give the certain menus. I hope you have understand what I want to say and what you have to write into the practical book. Now let's go ahead. After the completion of 404.php and its logical line of code, we can go for another one, that is archive.php. This archive.php is related with this particular corner of sidebar. Here you can see that there is an archives. So this would be displayed using the file which is called as archive.php. Again I am repeating my words. Whenever you execute your theme, whenever you get the output onto the screen, over there is an option called archives which displays some month and year over the screen. That month and year is a month and year of created post. So that could be displayed using the file that is called as archive.php. So we will get a knowledge of this particular file now. In this file, after writing the PHP tag, first we are calling the header, because In this file, whenever we click on a particular date, header remains same, even footer remains same, even sidebar remains same, and it displays a month which I have selected over here, and the post of that particular month will be displayed over here. So this entire thing is managed by the file which is called as archive.php. Archive.php is related with the number of posts which is created inside the WordPress. Now, after writing get underscore header in next line of code, first we are checking that is there any post available or not. It is compulsory to check for this because archives are likely to be work with only the number of posts which is created by the users. Now, if the posts are available, that means if this particular function returns a true as a boolean value, then it goes for the further line of code. In further line of code, into the PHP section, first it displays the title of archive. The title of archive means this is the title of archive. For that there is an inbuilt function, the underscore archive underscore title h1, that is the page title and completion of h1 title. And by clicking on that particular archive, you will get the description of that particular title that could be displayed using the function called the underscore archive underscore description. So in this PHP section, it displays the title of archive as well as the description of archive. This is the title of archive and this is the description of archive. So that would be displayed using this particular line of code. Now, as you can see that after displaying the description of archive, there is a detailed description of a given number of posts. So that could be displayed using this while loop. That means into the PHP section there is a while loop. If the post is exists, this particular loop repeats up to the all post which is created by the user, and all that post will be displayed over here. So you can see that there is a first latest post is test1 and the oldest post is test. So these two posts, or you can say the multiple posts are there. This multiple post can be displayed using this value. Now during the displaying of that particular post, one function get executed that is called as get underscore template underscore part into the bracket single inverted comma template dash part slash content comma get underscore post underscore format. That means it is related with the format of post which is displayed over here. Into the format of post, what we are generally getting, the date of post created, by whom this particular post get created, what are the texts, is there any comments given into that particular post. You can directly edit that particular post as a administrator, and the description of the post. So that would be displayed using this particular option. And at last, the while loop that we have started will get over here. So this repetition works for all the number of posts which is existing into the WordPress. Now after that, it might possible that after certain time many posts get created into the theme that you are using. So it requires a pagination. Pagination I have explained into the last lecture. Like suppose I am opening the Google form, Google search engine, and I am writing some text into the Google search, and at last into the bottom of that particular website, this is called as pagination. Many number of pages get repeated over here. From the first page you can go directly into the second page, that is called as next, and from second page you can move into the first page, that is called as previous. So same set of functionality can also be performed for our theme using this particular pagination technique supported by the WordPress. So for that I have written the underscore post underscore pagination. It's an array because all the pages should be stored inside the single location which have the same name and the same type, that is called as array. So in this array there are two options for moving towards the previous page of a desired theme and moving towards the next page for the desired theme. And for every previous and next pages, it displays the page number before the particular pages. So that can be displayed using this line of code or the function which is called as before underscore page underscore number. This before underscore page underscore number will display a page number before the pages displayed by the WordPress. Now into the else section. This else sections is actually the subpart of this if statement. That means if the posts are not available into the WordPress, then this particular part will be displayed, which displays nothing onto the screen, and this if statement gets completed over here with the collaborated function that is called as get underscore sidebar, which displays the right hand side sidebar, as well as get underscore footer will display the footer of entire WordPress theme. Into the archive.php file. Now we will move towards the another discussion for search form.php. Into the search form.php, this file is related with the bigger search text box that we are getting over the screen. Say for example, suppose here I am writing test1.php, and after the here I am writing an MVM. I am searching for MVM post which is not available into the listing of entire page. At that time we are getting a bigger text box. That bigger text box will be displayed using the file which is called as search form.php. In this search form.php, actually it's a fun form which use the get method, contains the class called search form, and it displays and redirects into the home URL of the activated web theme, or you can say the theme which we have activated. Then if anything found in this particular search text box, it displays with the label, otherwise it will go for displaying that sorry but nothing match in your search item, please try again later with some different keywords, and it will returns a bigger search text box over here. That is possible due to the search form.php file. Now after this, one of the most important file that should be included into the theme, that means this is the standard theme which is developed by professional developers. which might be used for the learning and development purpose, but whenever we develop our own theme, it is not compulsory to have comment.php, 40.4, 404.php, search form.php, sidebar.php to be included into the file. It's optional, but some of the file need to be included into the development, that is header.php, footer.php, index.php, and function.php. So what we have written into the function.php after the comment, there is a checking of version. If you remember, then I have downloaded our latest theme from the wordpress.org, and I am trying to include into the version of WordPress that we have installed, but unfortunately it is not working due to the incompatibility issue of version. Then I have changed the theme from newer one to the older one that I have already downloaded. It works very fine. So this particular decision making statement called if checks for the version. Many students has inquired during the installation of WordPress. What they have done, they have installed XAMPP older version and they are trying to install WordPress latest version. At that particular time they are getting an error on function.php that incompatible version of WordPress is found. So that could be checked using this particular decision making statement. If everything works fine, then this decision making statement will be get ignored by the existing program and it goes for the setup of existing theme into the WordPress. Then this particular function setups this theme into the domain that we have created. Domain means the WordPress section or the folder that we have created under which we have set up the WordPress. It adds the supports and the feedback links and many more sections of entire theme into the particular part of theme. So this function.php is actually works with entire theme and its all component works very fine or not. It is just like an heart of entire theme. This heart will make alive of all the sections of entire theme. You just go through this particular file that is called as function.php and there are a chunk of many inbuilt functions are given. Just try to find out what is the exact purpose of that particular functions and get a knowledge about the same. But right now I am not describing each and every portion of the same in detail, because during the creation of theme for the next session, next chapter, we are going to design our own function.php file. So students, this is a brief idea about how to handle our theme, and in the theme, whatever we have installed the theme, how many part of the entire theme and their contents available is described as an introductory session, because into the syllabus it clearly mentions that we have to just give the introduction about the basic default theme of WordPress. Now before going ahead, few practicals that I would like to share with you that you have to write into the journal that I am demonstrating over here. Please note down all these practical concepts and try to implement by yourself into the computer or the machine that you have. Now first what we have to do, what is CMS? Write down this question and its answer. into the practical book that you are managing. Clear? Second question says write down features of CMS. Third is give the or you can say write down advantages and disadvantages of CMS. Fourth is write down installation steps for WordPress. Fifth, explain how to create post in WordPress. 6. Explain how to create page in WordPress. 7. What is comment? 8. Explain how to set up comments in WordPress. 9. What is category? Explain how to set up category in post as well as page. Then what is tag? Explain how to set up tag in WordPress. Sorry. Then what is theme? Explain. Then one topic is skipped in between. What is media? Explain how to attach media in WordPress. 13. Explain how to install and activate new theme in WordPress. Then give the difference between core PHP and WordPress. 15th, write short note on customization of WordPress site. 16, explain how to create menu and sub menu in WordPress. 17, explain how to give header image in WordPress. 18, explain how to change the site title in WordPress. 19, how to set background color in WordPress. 20, explain how to assign new widgets in WordPress. So there is a list of 20 questions are there on the screen. What you have to do, one by one you have to write the answer of all these questions in your practical book, and whenever the instruction is given by me for demonstrating it onto the platform that I will share, you have to submit the same. So this is the practical work which you have to done by yourself into the journal of WordPress. Further questions I will give in next session as the topics get covered day by day. But these are the topics which we have already covered into the previous section. All that important questions I have listed over here. Some of the questions are still to be given, but I will give all that questions into the next session. From today onwards, you have to maintain your journals by writing each and every questions with their answers into the journal, and then whenever I say, you have to submit it in a physical copy. Thank you very much and have a nice day.